I'm now going to show you how to make the Calla Lilly up from the Fleurs Finery dies that are our latest collection. So this is going to make the most beautiful Calla Lilly. Now look at that, so we even get the little turn on the top. So the Calla Lilly is the white lily that you always see. So can you see they make that lovely cup shape? Can you see how you get that lovely cup shape? And we're even giving you the foliage so you can put them all together and make the most amazing bouquets. But look at that. Now this one, I put a little bit of purple on the inside as well as that centre because I wanted it to match with my purple flower. You get in the foliage, and again the foliage, can you see the veining? I've put the veining on using my Fleurs Finery tool. How beautiful is that? So what you want to do is, you only need a couple of pieces for this. So all I need is, and I'll just see if I can find, there we go, there's my leaf. So I need one of the flower heads. Now you get two different sizes. See if I can find the two. Can you see they are slightly different sizes? There you go, you can see this one's a bit smaller than this one. So it doesn't matter which one you do. Let's go on to use the larger one. And you want the little, it's the stamens in the middle, isn't it? Whatever you call it, it's a bit different on a lily. And then I've also got the foliage. So all I want to do is, let's just get these in the right order. So again, I'm using my hook tip because I do find that the easiest, and I'm just going to do the centre. So to do the centre, I'm just going to go backwards and forwards just to start to curl it up. All I want to do, oops, there you go, you can see it curling. Can you see? There we go. That's making the perfect, and it's also curving it as I go along. There we are. That's all I need to do. Can you see? It's just curved it around like that. So the next one I want to do is the flower. So I'm going to get a little bit of pastels on this one, just to be a bit different, and I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in the centre, and then I'm just going to blend that out. There we go, because we're not shaping this with our hands, so I just want to add a little bit of shading. So you have that or not as you want. Right, I'm going to turn this over. I'm just going to make sure my tool isn't too hot, and then I'm just going to shape the end. So I'm going to go first and I'm going to brush the end to get a little bit of shape. Now can you see that's already starting to shape a little bit there, and then I'm going to go round the edge, and all I'm doing is brushing the edge to bring it round. Can you see it's just curving, so it's just reacting with the heat, and then it's just shaping around. There we go, and then you can always just give it a little bit of a push once you've done. There we go. It's quite nice to get the top to curl. There we are, and then we're going to do it. So this is the back we're just doing here, and we're just literally curving the edges. There we go. So if I bring that up close, you can see it's just made it slightly disshaped. And then I'm going to turn it over to the side with the yellow on. Again, make sure it's not too hot. And then I'm just going to run backwards and forwards. Down at the bottom, I want to just start to curl it round, and then I'm just softening up the side and just giving it a bit of memory. Can you see it's starting to curve? So curve it round. Try not to go to the edges because I've curved those in, and that is all I need to do. So we've got the start of our shape of our lily here. So just giving it a little bit of a shape with my hand. And then I need to find my floristry wire, which was here. Right, I don't need as much as this, so I'm going to trim this down. There we go. And then I'm going to get to my centre, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue along here on my floristry wire. Hope you can see that. And then I'm going to pop that down the centre of my stamens. There we go, just pop that down, and this will help to be able to shape that stamen as well because you've got the floristry wire in. So once I've done that, now I've done this differently on some I've put glue all the way down here to close it up, so if you do, you just need the smallest bit, and sometimes I've left it open, but it looks quite nice if you close it up, and that makes it a bit more round. But you have got a nice decal edge, so if you did want to leave it, that's fine. And I just want it to shape like there we go, it's starting to shape. So that is going to go in the centre of my lily, and you can see it always sort of comes out towards you. So I'm going to put my glue behind, just there, and then I'm going to pop that onto the centre here, and then I'm going to just start to curve that round, just curving that round there. So can you see we're getting that lovely curve shape? Can you see how it's starting to curve? So once you put that side on, you then need to glue this second side on. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to stretch it around there, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of shaping, and then this should help to make the lily absolutely gorgeous. So you can have the stamens sticking out as much or as little as you want. So this, there you go, you can just shape it then using your hands to get that perfect shape. So to make it look even better, I'm going to get a piece of floristry tape, and I'm just going to take my floristry tape and I'm going to just give it a little bit of stretch to release the glue, and then I'm going to go all the way around, all the way up to the top, and then I'm going to go over the bottom of the foam to catch it all in. I'm going to go around that a couple of times, and then I'm going to come down and then all the way down to the bottom, stretching it through this hand as I go. So this is always pulling it nice and taut to get it really easy to shape, and then scissors, just trim off the end. So that is the lily, and then you just need to do the leaves, and that's really easy too. So just make sure that's not too hot. So if you look at this one that I did here, we've added in the veining as well. I hope you can see that. There we go. If I bring that closer, there you go, you can see that as well. So all I do, make sure my floristry tip's not too hot, and then we're just going to go round and just shape it. So I shape it a couple of times, but remember each time I do this I just need to keep it moving, otherwise it will burn. And then you just need to add in whatever shape you want. So on the last one I put veins in, but I'm not going to on this one. I'm just going to shape this round the edges. Just keep it moving. Just, can you see that's starting to curve up? So I'm thinking it would do a very similar sort of shape to the lily flower itself, because they are linked. So if you need to, you just massage it down there and along there. It adds in the shape. So once we've done that, we can then shape it and twist it. I need that other piece of floristry wire, which is here. So I just want to start to shape that. There we go. And then we're just going to glue that along the back, because that's going to add in the shape and dimension. So just a little bit of glue along there. Now this is the back. You can also put a second one on the back if you want to hide your gluings. So we can pop that on there. And then I'm just going to take my pokey tool and hold it in place. Now I've not got glue down here because I was a bit concerned that if I spent too long trying to put the glue on, the top would have started to have dried. Oops, I just did that. There we go. Can you see? Just holding it. Oh, just you can't see for that one. If I try and do it that way, all I'm doing is just holding it down on there. So then I can just take the very end, put another little bit of glue down there, and then I can put the end of the floristry wire in, and again hold that like that. Now once we've got that to set, we come in again with our floristry tape, and that's really going to help. Just get that bit of glue off there. There we go. So floristry tape, cut a piece, stretch it, start down here. Now these are coated floristry wires, and you've probably heard me say before, they make life easier for putting your floristry tape on, because there's something to grab hold of. I really don't like bare floristry wire, just for the simple reason that it's hard to then add your floristry tape. So I'm coming up over that stem there and then back down again. So I've tried to match my floristry tape up fairly close to the colour of my foam. You've got loads of greens, so you just find whichever green you want. Tighten that to the bottom, find where it finishes, and that then is my leaf. So we've got the Calla Lilly and the leaf. Now all I need to do is, where did that piece of tape go? I could take this piece of tape and pop that back on like that and wind those two together go, just put those two together just like that. Let's see if I can get that all the way down. Might need a little bit more floristry tape, but that will do for a minute. Let's see if I can find my other pair. There we are, my wire cutters. There we go, and then snip it there. And how about that with a bow on? That's the start of my corsage. How gorgeous is that? Then you can just shape that as much or as little as you want. How beautiful is that?